Hi, welcome to my channel, Granny Annie Creates. My name's Anya, and today I'm going to show you how to make this lovely mushroom square, which is part of the Crochet Along Confidence Cardi. So I'm going to show you how to make this wonderful mushroom crochet square, which is part of our Crochet Along Confidence Cardi. So we're going to start with the base. So it's this lovely cream colour that we're going to work with first. We only need a tiny bit because, as you can see, the base is quite short. So we're going to slip knot the yarn to the hook, and we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's our chain of 6. Now we're going to work into that chain, and in the second stitch from the hook, so not that first one but into that second one, we're going to do 2 double crochet. So it's the wrap around first and in, wrap around and out, wrap around, work 2, wrap around, work 2. That's 1 double crochet. It's the American double crochet, and we're going to do another one into that exact same hole. So wrap around and in, wrap around, back out, wrap around and work 2, wrap around and work the next 2, and then we're simply just going to do a double crochet into each chain all the way back down. So we did 2 in that first one, and now we're just doing 1 in each chain stitch all the way back down, and that's going to create the stalk of our pretty little mushroom. So we're just going all the way down, back down the chain that we just created, popping a double crochet into each stitch. And one more to be had there. And that's our little base of our mushroom completed. And so to cast off, you just cut your end, leave a little bit for sewing, and then pull that down through what's on your hook. Give it a little tug and it will secure itself. And that's the base of our little mushroom. So now we're going to create the pink bit of our mushroom. So we're going to take our pink yarn and we're going to tie it onto our hook with a slip knot. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to pop that one furthest from the hook back onto the hook and slip stitch down through what's on the hook, and it creates a lovely little circle that we're going to work into. So now we're going to chain 2, and we're going to do 7 double crochets all into that ring that we've just created. So the double crochet is the wrap around first and in, wrap around and out, wrap around and work 2, wrap around and work 2. So that was our first double crochet, and we're going to do 7 of those all into the ring. So here's number 2. And number 3. And number 4. So yes, 7 all the way around this ring. And 5. I'm loving this pink yarn, it's lovely and bright. Number 6. And our final number 7 stitch. So we're not going to work all the way around our circle because we want this sort of just over a semicircle effect like that. So now we're just going to chain 2 and turn and then work back around the top of the mushroom again. So we're not doing the bottom of the mushroom, we're just working around the top. That's going to give us a lovely mushroom shape. So we're going to do a double crochet down into the base of that chain that we've just done, and then I'm going to do 2 double crochets into the next one. That's 1 and 2, 2 double crochets into the next one, 1, 2, and then at the top of our mushroom we're going to put 3 double crochets because it's going to fan out along the top of the mushroom. So there's number 1 and number 2 and number 3, and then just going to go down this part of the mushroom with 2 double crochets in each stitch. It's going to create this lovely mushroom shape for us. I like mushrooms and pixies and fairies and gnomes, all the whimsical characters. And bring out the playful child in me. Makes me think of children's illustrated books, mushrooms. So I'm just going to do 2 double crochets into that final stitch there, and that is the top of our mushroom completed. As you can see, it's a lovely mushroom shape. So we're going to snip our yarn, pull it through what's on the hook, give it a little tug and it will stay firm enough until we sew it. So that's the mushroom there, and that's the base of the mushroom there. So now we've made the mushroom top and the base, we need to make this square. And we're doing this one slightly different from all the rest. The rest we've worked around the motif. This one, it's a plain background and the motif is sewn onto the top. So we're going to start with the green for the grass, and we're going to tie on with a slip knot onto our hook. We're going to chain 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So now we're going to do a double crochet, which is the wraparound stitch, into that first one from the hook. And we're just going to place a double crochet into every chain stitch along the way. And double crochet is the wraparound first and in stitch. I don't know if you can see how bright this green is, but it's lovely, really fluorescent. It's going to make our crochet cardi very bright, which is definitely what I want. We're just going to double crochet all the way to the end of the row, and I'll meet you at the end. So when you've double crocheted all the way to the end of your starting chain, we're going to give ourselves a turning chain of 2. So 1, 2, and we're going to turn our work, and then we're going to work a double crochet all the way back along our row, but we're not going to put one in there because that, as you can see, that starting chain works that first stitch. So we're in on that second stitch with our double crochet. So we're going to wrap our yarn around and pop it in, and the correct placement for a crochet stitch, unless your pattern asks you to go in the front or the back, is under these two bits of yarn because it holds it securely then. Whereas if you only go under one, it sort of makes it more lacy like. So we're going in under there, we're bringing the yarn back with us, we're wrapping round and working two, wrapping round and working two, and that's the double crochet stitch. So we're doing that all the way along. So into the next one, under those two, bring the yarn back with you, round, work two, round, work two. So we're going to work all the way along there to the end, and I'll meet you there. So when you've got to the end of your second row of double crochets, and that's the grass bit done. So we can tie on the blue for the sky now. So we're just going to tie the blue to the green thread that we've been working on. And bring that into the base there. I like to knot mine twice so it stays secure. And then we're just going to pick up the green, pick up the blue and leave in the green. We're going to do a chain of two. 1, 2. And as before, that chain of two works that first stitch. So we're in on that second one using the blue colour, and we're going to double crochet our way along this line. So you can see we're getting a nice blue sky above the green grass. So we're just going to keep going, doing double crochets all the way along the line, and then a chain of two at the end of the line to turn your work. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows of blue double crochet. So I'll see you after you've done 7 rows of blue double crochet. Don't forget your turning chain at the end of 2. Once you've done your rows of double crochet, we're ready to put our mushroom onto our square. So in a true Blue Peter style, here's one I made earlier. The base of the mushroom and the top of the mushroom. So we're going to sew these to our crochet canvas with a nice big-eyed needle. So if we sew our stumpy bit first, using the ends of the crochet, just pop it through your wide-eyed needle. Mine don't want to come through. There we go. Position it where you want it on your square. And sew it on. Just around the edges will be fine. It will secure it, hold it in place. And with the other bit of yarn, I'm going to go down there and secure it. There, we're just sewing all the way down. Oh, a little mushroom stump with the cream yarn. And just secure your ends by weaving them in at the back. Nobody's going to be looking at the back of our work. Now we're going to secure the top of our mushroom, and we're going to use a little bit of these tails. Hold it in place and sew. bring that little tail to the back because it's not really long enough to use. And then get some more mushroom coloured yarn. Pop it on your hook. Not on your hook, your sewing needle. And then continue to sew all the way around the outside of your mushroom so it's stuck to the back. Green and blue background. And then when that's done, we're going to take some of the same cream that we did the base with, and we're going to thread that into our sewing needle. And because this is a bit thinner than the other yarn, I'm going to use it double width. But if you've got a nice chunky one, you don't need to. It's just that we want the spots to stand out a little bit. So I'm just going to knot that together. Coming in from the back of the work, I'm going to pop some random spots on our mushroom. So just coming in and out at different places around. And you can have your mushroom as spotty or as dotty as you like. I've got quite a few spots on this one. So I shall continue adding spots until I think, yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Yeah, I quite like that. Maybe one more down here. Okay, one more. Up here. That's it. And then we have our mushroom square. So we're just going to sew in the ends, and there's our square complete. So I hope you've enjoyed making this mushroom square today with me. And it's going to be part of our confidence Cardi, our crochet along. If you've liked this video, it'd be great if you could hit the like button, subscribe and share with all your friends so they can join in with the wonderful crochet along confidence Cardi. And I'll see you next time. So it's here, my long-awaited crochet along pattern book. It's available on Amazon, and it will show you how to make all these gorgeous squares that make up our confidence Cardi. There's a video for each one of these squares on my YouTube channel, and this is the book that goes along with it, so you can have a written pattern of each of the squares, and they're all inside with clear instructions and photos that go along with my videos on my YouTube channel, Granny Annie Creates. So you can purchase your copy of the book and then follow the video tutorials online. And yeah, make this amazing crochet cardigan with the book. And as I say, it's in the link below. So just click on the link and buy your copy, and you can make this amazing confidence crochet along Cardi. Hi, welcome to my channel, Granny Annie Creates. My name's Anya, and today I'm going to show you how to make this gorgeous daisy square. So it's like a 3D daisy petal square that's going to be part of our crochet along cardigan, our confidence Cardi. So yeah, today we're going to make this gorgeous flower square. So we're going to make this daisy flower square, and I'm going to make it in different colours this time. So I'm going to have yellow as the centre, then I'm going to use this blue for the flower petals and this pinky orange for the square part of it. So to start, we're going to take our centre colour, so this time it's going to be yellow, whereas last time it was orange. And we're going to tie the yarn to the hook with a slip knot. And then we're going to chain 3, a chain, bring your yarn over your hook and down through, over the hook and down through, over the hook and down through. That gives us our 3 chain stitches. Then we're going to pop our hook into the stitch that's furthest from the hook, so that first starting chain, bring the yarn over the hook and down through the 2 bits that are on the hook, and that's a slip stitch, and that forms the ring, the middle of the circle that we're going to work into. Now we're going to give ourselves a chain of 1 for the height of the stitch, and we're going to do single crochets into the ring. We're going to do 9 single crochets into the ring. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then we're going to slip stitch it to that starting chain to close the ring off. And there is our centre of our flower. So we're going to just cut the yarn. Give a nice tail to sew in your ends. Bring the yarn down through what's on your hook and just pull it off. And there we have the centre of our flower. So now you need to pick your second colour. I'm going to use this lovely blue. And we're going to tie it on anywhere around our centre circle. Pop your hook in, bring the yarn through. Ooh, I got quite a long tail there. Don't need that long. That's better. And then just tie your yarn on to the flower, like so. And then pop your hook in that same stitch you tied it onto and bring the yarn into play. Then we're going to give ourselves a chain of 1, which gives us the height of the single crochet stitch we're going to be using. And we're going to put 2 single crochets into each of these stitches all the way round. So we've already got the turning chain in this one, so we just need 1 the single crochet in there to make it 2 stitches in there. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets into this next stitch. There's 1 and there's 2, and we're just going to go all the way around, placing a single crochet into each, or 2 single crochets into each stitch all the way around. And this is going to give us the base of our petals on our lovely daisy square. I hope you're really enjoying making all the squares for the crochet along Cardi. I know I am. It's going to look great when we've completed it. I want lots of photos of everyone wearing their crochet confidence Cardi. I'm going to wear mine out and get lots of photos and videos to share with you all. It's all about having fun and learning to crochet and yeah, just having fun. Bring some colour into everybody's lives. So single crochet all the way around. Yeah, we're going to be bringing colour into our lives while learning new crochet stitches. That's a great thing. Crochet so wonderful. It's a lovely skill to have, to be able to make your own clothes and gifts and whatever you feel like making. So we're doing 2 single crochets all the way around, and then we're going to slip stitch it to that first starting chain to close the ring of the blue around the yellow. So we've just done that. So next we're going to be bringing in the petals, the base of the petals. So we're going to do a turning chain of 1 and a single crochet into the base of that chain. Then we're going to be bringing the next colour in, the colour of the background. So this is this bright pink in my case. And we're just going to tie it on to our other bit of yarn that we're working with. So we're going to be running 2 pieces of yarn around the crochet. So you can use small balls of yarn or you can use bobbins at this point. Just try not to get too tangled up with all your ends. So we're going to do the next one with the pink colour. So we're just going to go into the next stitch, bring the pink colour back with us round and work those 2 off. No, we're not. I'm going to go round and then we're going to work it off with the blue colour because then that gives the stitch definition. Then we're going to do 1 single crochet into that next stitch and another single crochet, but before we work it off we bring the pink yarn into play and we work that stitch off with the pink, and then we go into the next stitch with the pink, and then we finish the single crochet off with the blue. And we're going to do a normal blue one, and then we're going to do a blue one to that point, and then bring the pink yarn or orangey pink into play and work those 2 off, and then work that next stitch most of the way with the pink until we get to the working off bit, and then I'm going to work it off with the blue. And we continue this all the way round. So on the blue stitch we're creating 2 single crochets into 1 stitch, so that first single crochet is just normal and the second one is just finished off with the pink. And then on the pink round we're just doing 1 single crochet into the stitch which is being finished off with the blue colour. We're just going all the way around and doing that. So takes a bit of concentration, this little bit, but it's definitely worth it for the effect of the daisy flower. So yeah, just continue doing that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. So when you've got to the end of that round, pop your hook in and bring the yarn down through. And then we can see we've started off the background colour, which is the pink, and the blue are the petals. So on the next round we need to do a chain of 1 to give us the height of the stitch, and then we're going to pop a single crochet in at the base, and then another single crochet next to it. This one needs to be worked off with the orange colour, and then we're going to do orange colour, another orange, but finished off with the blue. And then we're going to do blue colour, 1, and I'm going to do 2 in there, but finish the second one off with the next colour. And we're going to do an orange, finished off with the blue, and oh, again twisted. We're going to do a blue one, another blue one, and the third blue one is going to be finished off with the orange colour. Ready to put that one in. So when you get to the blue, we're increasing on one of those stitches with an extra blue one, and the last blue one is being finished off with the orange, ready to go into that orange stitch to be completed with the blue. And then 1 blue, 2 blues, 3 blues, and that third blue is completed with the orange. Oh, nearly completed the orange with the orange, but it needs to be the blue. You just need to think that the next colour that you want is going to be the colour that you finished the previous stitch with. So you're basically starting the next stitch with the right colour that you need. Yeah, just go all the way around, increasing once on the blue and finishing the stitch with the colour of the next stitch that you need. And I'll meet you at the end. So when you get to the end of the row, you just need to slip stitch it into the top of that turning chain, and it creates the round. Then on the next round, we need to increase on the blues and not on the pinks, because the blues are the petals. So we're going to go round doing the same thing, but on one of these in the blue, we're going to increase with 1 stitch. So we're going to give ourselves a turning chain of 1 for the height of the single crochet. And we're in the blue, so we're going to do another 1, 2, and then finish that final blue off with the orange. And we're in on the orange stitch, 1, No, sorry. Take that back a little bit. No. Did the orange stitch too soon? There we go. Start again. So we need another blue stitch in there. And then that one's the one that gets finished off with the orange. That's it. And then in on the orange. Finish off with the blue. And then 3 blues in where the blue is. That's 2. That's the 3rd. Finish that off with the orange. In on the orange. Finish that off with the blue. And then we need 3 blue stitches. 1, 2, 3. Finish that 3rd one off with the orange. And we're going to go all the way around, doing 3 blues, and the last blue stitch gets finished off with the orange stitch. So yeah, I'll meet you at the end. Carry on doing the 3 blues and the orange stitch in between. When you get to the end of the round, slip stitch it to the end, and there is our flower starting to take shape. So next, on the next round, we're going to increase on the pink as well. So we're going to continue with 3 blues, but our pinks are going to increase to 2 stitches. So we're going to chain 1 for the height of the stitch, and we're going to do the further 2 blues to make the 3 stitches. We're going to finish off that last one with the pink. Going to go in, and we're actually going to finish a pink stitch with the pink this time into the same stitch, back out, and then finish the second pink one with the blue, and then 3 single crochets with the blue, finishing that 3rd one off with the contrasting colour, the pink. Then we're going to do a complete pink single crochet and another one into the same stitch, but finishing that second one off with the blue colour. 3 blues, 1, 2, 3, with the 3rd one being finished off with the pink. A complete pink one into that next one, and then the second pink one being completed with the blue. And we're just going to continue that all the way around until we get to the end, and I'll see you there. So on this next round, we're going to stop using the blue, and we're just going to crochet with the background colour, which is the orangey pink. And when we come to the blue stitches, we're just going to be working into the back stitch, because we're going to go round later and put these front bobbly bits of the flower on using the front of the stitch. So we need to change to the background colour and give ourselves a chain of 1, and then in just the back part of the stitch we're going to put a single crochet in for the when we're on the blue stitch. So when we're on the non-background colour, we're going to go through just the back of the stitch, and when we're on the background colour, we're going to go and use the whole of the stitch for our single crochet. Did the just the back stitch only of the petal colour, because we're going to use the front of that stitch to put the rest of the petal on in a minute. And because it's a circle, we need to increase occasionally now on this round. So when we get to the pink, every other pink bit, we're going to pop in another stitch. So this one's going to have 2 stitches into that one, and that will increase our circle. So we're on the petal colour, so we're just using the back of the stitch for our single crochet. And then we're on the main colour, so we can use both parts of the stitch. Oh, if our hook will go in where we want it to. That's it. And we increased on the last one, so we don't need to increase on this one. And then we're going to go into the back of this stitch because it's the petal. And then we're going to increase on this pink one, just so the circle will lay flat. So we're going to do 2 stitches into the 1 stitch there. And then again, we're onto the petal, so we're just working into the back of the petal. And just doing a single crochet all the way around. And increasing on every other one of these pink bits. And I'll meet you at the end. So when you get to the end, slip stitch it to form a ring. Now we're going to turn our circle into a square. So we're going to give ourselves a turn chain of 2, and we're going to do double crochets along the top of this square. And when we get to a point where I think, yeah, this will be a good corner, because at the moment it's a circle, so it doesn't really matter where. Do a treble down into the circle, another treble down into the circle, a chain of 3, and miss one and do another treble into the circle there. And then another treble, and then back to doubles along the length of our square. So if you think we're going to be putting 4 corners onto this circle, so there's one, we need another one down here, and one there, and one there. So when you get there, so we're going to single crochet to there, then we're going to do some doubles, trebles, chain of 3, and then that'll be our corner completed. So we're going to single crochet along here until we get to where the next corner needs to be. And then we need to start bringing the yarn away from the circle, so a double into that one, I'll double into the next one, and we're going to go to trebles Oops. Try that one again. Trebles, which is the wrap around twice and work off in 2 lots of 3s. Then do 2 trebles into the circle. Now we're going to give ourselves the chain of 3 for the corner. Turn the work and then a couple of trebles. And then a double. And let's see what we got. Have we got a corner? Yes, look at that. Let's turn in nicely our circle into a square. So we'll just single crochet to the next one and do the same. Double, couple of trebles, chain of 3, couple of trebles, double, and then back to your singles. And I'll meet you at the end. Finish off the round, you're just going to slip stitch that final stitch together. From there we've made our circular flower into a square. So we just need to cut that one off. Bring it down through and tuck it a little and it will stay in place until we sew in our ends. So now we're going to make the 3D effect. So we're going to bring the blue yarn back into play. I'm not going to need to snip that off and bring it to the front of the work. And then you're going to find the stitch, the front of the stitch that you didn't work on the previous round. And you're going to tie the yarn on to that stitch. Bring the end to the back of the work. I've got the yarn at the front of the work. Now we're just going to put in a few single crochet stitches into these front of the stitches that we left on the round that we just did the orange. And you just need to sort of force your crochet hook in there a little bit and put in some single crochets. So about 2 single crochets to each stitch should give you enough of a bumpy end to your petal. And then if you cut off a long piece of your blue yarn, you can now bring it to the back of your work. Sorry, no, we need to. I'm getting in a bit of a tangle here. So bring all the yarn through and cast off that part of the petal and then poke your hook in. Bring the yarn to the back of the work. This just saves sewing in loads of ends. So you've done the front of that petal. You might just want to bring the yarn. Where's it gone? Come here. Bring the yarn to the front and work it through that bit. This might be easier with a sewing needle, but we'll persevere with the crochet hook. There we go, that looks better. And then we want to bring the yarn to the back of the work. And then bring it up near the next petal. And then we can crochet the next bumpy bit to this petal. So we're just going to poke our hook into the front of those blue stitches that we didn't work on that previous round. Do a chain of 1 and then a single crochet into there, and a single crochet into the next one. It's a little bit fiddly, but it's definitely worth it for a 3D effect on our flowers. I'll put a couple of singles into each of these stitches, and it really makes the flower pop on our crochet Cardi. And who minds a bit of fiddliness? And then make sure you work it right down to the base of that one, and then cast off this one, pull it through, and then bring the yarn to the back of the work again, and you can see we've got 3 flower petals that are popping with this end bit. It's a bit bobbly, but when we press it down, it will look good. So yeah, you just continue around, bringing the yarn out to the front, do lots of single crochets and bring the yarn back to the front, back to the back. And then, yeah, that's your flowery crochet square complete for our crochet along. And as you can see, this one's smaller than this one, but that's the beauty of our quirky Cardi. We'll just add around to this one to make it the same size. And yeah, what I did wrong there is when I created this one, I didn't write the pattern. So I tried to wing it today with this one, but it's come out larger. But I quite like that. But yeah, just need to make less singles in that first one to make a smaller square. So yeah, have a go, see what you create. Everyone's going to be unique and different, and that's the beauty of it. So I hope you've enjoyed watching my flower circle to square crochet square today for our crochet along. As I said, it's different sizes from the one that I made without writing a pattern. So live and learn, always write a pattern as you're going, but I was having so much fun creating the square that I didn't write the pattern. So this one's turned out larger, but that's okay. We can make this one larger with a few more rounds, or we can have another go and put less single crochets into the start of this flower to make it the same as that one. But yes, I'm going to make 3 or 4 of these, all in different colours, ready for our crochet along Cardi. So if you've liked watching today, it would be great if you could hit the like button, subscribe. It will let you know when my next videos are up for the crochet along. I'll also tell YouTube that this is a nice channel for other people to watch. They'll share it and like it, and leave me a comment. I like hearing from you all, how you're getting on with your crochet along. And if you've got any questions, I can always answer them in the comments. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful day.